Captain Marvel, #1. They've relaunched this series many times. Let's talk about this new version. I'm using my space system, story, pacing, artistry, characters, enjoyment. Each category gets a score between 0 to 2. 2 is the best you can get in any category. All right, so I'm a Captain Marvel fan. I like Carol Danvers. So I keep picking up these Captain Marvel comics. About 2-ish series ago, I think. I don't even know what they're on anymore. I was reading them all, and they were okay. We got a new look for Captain Marvel. I actually kind of like this. It looks cool. You just got the jacket and all that. That's kind of neat. I'm going to give the storyline a 1. It's hard to, a #1 is very difficult to rate. So if you get a 1, that's kind of a pass. So 0 is awful, 1 is good, 2 is amazing. And then you can do 0.5s. That's how it works. So again, I'm comparing this story to other Captain Marvel stories. I'm not comparing this story to Watchmen or V for Vendetta or something like that, which would be a 2, obviously. So I'll give it a 1. Basically, this character, the Omen, I don't know if this is a new character or not. I'll get the characters in the category for characters. She's appeared. She wants those gauntlets or bracelets, whatever. She fights, I can't remember this guy's name, Genus Vel. So this guy here, he's like the Captain Marvel guy. I don't know. I don't know his story very well, but she cuts his arms off, and then this other character, what's her name? She's like a thief. Yuna, I want to say her name was. I read this earlier today, but I kind of forgot the name, which is going to be why I'm going to get to the characters. So this character here, she steals them and gets them, and now the Omen wants to get her, and they're doing the whole displacement thing, which is what's going to be one of the main story lines or plot threads in the Marvels movie, which is the sequel to Captain Marvel, where the 3 ladies, Ms. Marvel, Photon, I guess they're going to call her, and Captain Marvel, where they keep interchanging with each other. So here they're doing it with with Yuna, I believe is her name, or Yuna, and Carol. They're swapping around. Once the gauntlets get on her arms there. So I mean, I don't know what's going on, so I can't give it more than just good. So I'm kind of interested in what's going on. So there's that. I'm gonna give the pacing a 1.5. It was pretty much all fighting. Like they just start fighting right away. Really, you could almost give it a 2 for pacing. I'm gonna give On my shorts, I gave it a 1.5, but I'm thinking back, maybe I'll give it a 2 out of 2 for pacing. I think I will give it a 2 out of 2 for pacing. It's actually very fast-paced. There's a lot of fighting for once. And it doesn't matter what the characters are, but if you have superheroes or super-powered beings fighting each other, that's going to go a long way for me. That is probably one of the primary reasons why I grab comic books. This is why I love The Incredible Hulk. He fought a new monster every issue. That Joe Fixit, Peter David, the last Grey Hulk thing that came out was awesome. It's all fighting. Now, you learn about the characters in the story while they're fighting each other. I actually like that format a lot. That's sort of a 90s format. Image Comics back in their time, right in that mid-90s when they were just starting up and they were super hot. They kind of perfected that formula, like big battle with talking in between. I really appreciate that kind of stuff. The art, I'm actually going to give the art a 1.5. I like the art here. It's colorful to me, and it suits Captain Marvel. Again, when we're talking about art, and see, there's a lot, I feel that there is kind of some excitement to it. Like, she's getting smashed here, and, and I do like the costume. I think it's cool. She's got her different hair. She has a ponytail now with these kind of things coming down. A little bit more like an anime style. And yeah, I like the art. So 1.5, it suits the comic. Remember, I'm comparing it to this comic. I'm not comparing this art to anything out there on the market right now, just to what you're expecting it to be. And I thought it worked for this comic. It works for this comic, so I'm giving it 1.5. All right, characters. I'm going to give the characters a 1. The Omen seems kind of neat. Carol's okay, so I'm giving it a pass on the characters. The other character, I can't remember her name. I think it's Yuna. And that's one of the problems. There's another character they mentioned, Uma. So I don't know, and I don't really, I can't get a handle on her. She seemed kind of annoying, and I don't like these annoying. Oh, I'm a thief and I'm supposed to be cute and funny, and I don't like that. So unfortunately, I can't give it past a 1. But a 1 still means it's a pass, so I'm giving the characters a pass. I'm going to give the enjoyment factor a 1. I actually liked this comic. I did not love this comic, so I can't give it higher than a score of 1. But overall, I'm giving it a 6.5 out of 10, so that's pretty good. Let's see where this goes. I can tell you right off the bat that there's at least more fighting and action in this than there's going to probably be in the film. But don't make the mistake of comparing films to comics. As we know, who are the comic book readers out there, these Marvel films never represent the comics. Some of the best of the MCU, those first couple Captain Americas, that the first Avengers movie, I guess the first Iron Man, like the big ones, the ones that everyone says are really good, those captured the character, and they kind of captured the flavor and sort of the heart and soul of that character. And then some of the movies just were cool movies, like Infinity War, but Infinity War, the movie, really has absolutely almost nothing to do with the comic, which is really about Adam Warlock fighting Thanos, and that's in Infinity Gauntlet. The Infinity War is the Magus creating doppelgangers of the heroes fighting each other. So I don't think that has anything to do with the Infinity War movie, right? So again, don't get too caught up in movie versus comic. Comic is canon in my opinion, so this is the Carol that we're supposed to invest in at least for the next year before they reboot this again. I think the last series though, I think it was Kelly Thompson. I think that series lasted the longest. It was like something like 40 issues, and I've got like the first like 25 or so before I just didn't continue it. Not because I hated it, it's just I didn't finish it. But I do like this cover. And let's see where this goes. So yeah, there you go. Again, very fair review. I'm not going to sit here and say, oh, I hate Captain Marvel, because I actually like the character. So I want the character to be perceived good, perceived well by the audience. I don't want people to hate Captain Marvel based on inferior films. So if you're watching a film with an inferior, Captain Marvel, please don't judge the character from the comic books based on that. That's not fair, because we know that these movies do not really capture the characters a lot of the times, especially any of these newer ones, pretty much phase 4, easily, and even some in phase 3. So, like Loki, that show ain't Loki. So I don't know, right? But anyway. All right, that's my opinion on Captain Marvel. Let me know in the comments what you thought. Until next time.